Chef Sudheera's journey to discover ancient Ceylon's lost flavors brought him to Sigiriya, a relic of the past. The soil is dry and fertile, and the landscape is full of green vegetation. Compared to the rest of the country, the local communities seem to be barely getting by. But it hasn't always been this way. Sigiriya was once the seat of ancient Ceylonese power. This ancient rock fortress, commonly called the Lion Rock, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is believed to have been a palace of the legendary King Ravana. But much of the palace's history and origins are shrouded in mystery.
This is Lion Rock, one of world wonder.
These are remnants of an ancient irrigation system that was ahead of its time. The area is filled with buildings and walls that have an incredible resemblance to iconic structures of other great civilizations. These are some of the oldest landscape gardens in the world. Not everyone agrees about the rock fortress origins, but archaeological excavations point towards more than 4,000 years of human civilization in Sigiriya and the surrounding territories. And to us, that is more than 4,000 years of culinary history. Excavations have unearthed clay pots that are over 10 millennia old. Other findings include Roman-era pottery and wine, which suggests that the site might have been a part of ancient trade routes. Despite the constant interchange of goods and culture, there is no evidence to support that the locals have adopted any foreign culinary practices. Today, Chef Sudheera is visiting a village that is likely as old as the rock fortress itself. The humble homes of this village hide many secrets of Ceylon's ancient cooking practices. And we are about to find out firsthand. Chef Sudheera was invited by an elderly couple from the area to prepare a meal alongside them.
Now I am heading to the village of Sigiriya.
Getting there is half the challenge, traveling by tuk through an unpaved road in a sea of vegetation. Luckily, the driver is from the area and knows his way around. This is the elderly couple's ancestral home. Chef Sudheera was greeted by Siripala at the fence as a Sri Lankan custom. He is a kind and humble gentleman full of wisdom. His wife, Sumana, was waiting for us inside. And as you would expect from a rural Sri Lankan household, she is a sweet and extremely hospitable old lady. They have dwelled in it for many generations, and they don't have plans to move to the city. The couple simply refuses to abandon their traditional lifestyle that they have become familiar with. After all, most of it was handed down from their parents and to them their grandparents and so on. After a brief chat about status quo, it was time to get to business. The ancient Ceylonese were known to show great respect to their source of nutrition. Rice was the primary carbohydrate in their diet and held in the highest regard. Rice cultivation on the island dates back to the Neolithic era. Here, Sumana acknowledges the millennia-old tradition by performing a gesture as soon as she places a pot full of rice over the fire.
outside. This is the native way of Sri Lankan curries. So we cannot talk about anything without this spice mix.
In the meantime, Siripala is foraging for herbs in the yard. He is looking for gotukola, a variety of parsley native to South Asia, and a primary ingredient in gotukola sambole. The herb has a strong bitter taste and is packed with vitamins, phosphorus, iron, and sodium. It is said to improve vision and brain function. Gotukola sambole has been a regular accompaniment to meals since the 1st century BCE. The finely chopped herbs are mixed with shredded coconuts, tomatoes or lime, onions, and Maldives fish chips. Amazingly, the herb doesn't taste bitter when combined with the rest of the ingredients. Instead, it's crispy and sour with a hint of sweetness.
That's it.
Lunch is ready. Red rice and 4 accompaniments.
Let's see.
Pumpkin curry adds rich fibers to the diet. The long beans add vitamins and lake fish is the source of protein.
Hari mana saya amma?
Rasanya gede.
Rasanya guna ini.
As the sun sets over the seemingly endless greenery, the ancient Ceylonese would be on their way back home. Tired after hard labor building long-lasting monuments and majestic cities, they're hungry. At home, their wives would have prepared an evening snack to welcome their husbands. And while Chef Sudheera is in Sigiriya, we're about to find out what an evening snack looked like.
Here we are going to make a snack which is good for the evening, roti with some curries. Let's see how we do it.
With the help of Nanda and Shriyalata, who volunteered to cook with us, we will be recreating a century-old supper. They will be making pol roti, a form of flatbread that is still enjoyed by Sri Lankans across the island. Turkey berries and jackfruit curry are the accompaniments for the evening. Naturally, the ancient Ceylonese would prefer a quick energy boost after coming home from a long day. And pol roti provides just that.
Next dish is apa kata yang tadi nak tiga ya.
Turkey berries, much like gotukola, are extremely bitter. Packed with potassium, vitamin A, vitamin C, and protein, they are a rich source of nutrition, too precious to disregard for their disagreeable flavor. But the island's inhabitants learned to remedy the bitterness by mixing turkey berries with other ingredients, such as coconut milk and sprats. The results? A delicious dish packed with nutrition you won't find elsewhere.
It's really nice. This is delicious evening. I'm going to have a coconut roti with the jackfruit curry. So this dish, first time I'm going to taste. This is every Sri Lankan's dream having a coconut roti with some curry at the evening, it's really dream.